Today in Bioenergetics, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the body-mind connection when it refers to our neck. The neck. How important our necks are, how much tension is within our necks in the forward part, but definitely in the backside of our necks. We'll talk about that. And then also the cut-offness, how we feel cut off from our mind and our body, and how important this section is for us to reunite the body and the mind. Okay? So very quickly to start off, let's talk about the tension in the neck, specifically when it comes to what bioenergetics says about it. Specifically, Alexander Lowen wrote about the neck in the book, The Language of the Body. And just think about the language that we use when it has to do with our neck. It's all tense related. It's all difficult, painful, awful stuff. So an example is when you call somebody a pain in my neck. That person is a pain in my neck, right? That's one saying. That situation is a pain in my neck. And you've probably felt this before. There are people that literally, you hang out with them enough, you're going to feel the pain in your neck. You're like, oh man, why am I stuck in this situation with this person, right? There's also another saying when somebody is breathing down your neck. Right? You have like a boss or something that micromanages you and you say, he's breathing down my neck. That's not a good place to be. That's like, it's just like a burden and a stressful situation with so much pressure. And I'm feeling it. He's breathing down my neck. I'm feeling it in the neck. Other sayings are like sticking your neck out. You know, that's a saying that's like taking a risk, basically. You're sticking your neck out. Man, I don't know if I want to do that for you because it's really going to be sticking my neck out for you, which is dangerous, right? It's fearful. So if you can stick out your neck, you're vulnerable, right? And you can see a lot of, in character structure, you can see a lot of people that have, it looks like they're physically sticking out their neck, especially a lot of oral character types. They're reaching, right? They're reaching. They have this look like this, right? And they're constantly sticking out their neck. And what happens is, like, yeah, they're friendly, right? They're very friendly, and they want to like grab you and hold you, but they many times get hurt because they're sticking out their neck, and they're just easy targets, right? Other ones are, break your neck, right? That's another one. It's like all the psychosomatic language is like painful. So like, man, don't break your neck for that guy, or I broke my neck working for that guy. So it's just like talking about lifting a heavy burden and it being like, whoa, I worked so hard, it was too much, right? Man, a millstone around your neck, that's another one. I've had it up to here. I've had it up to my neck. I've had it up to here, right? It's just like, oh man, it's been such a stressful, overwhelming situation. I've had it up to here, to my neck, right? So all the sayings obviously show that there's a lot of tension when we refer to the neck in our language, right? In our phrases, in our sayings, and in our reality too, we feel that tension and we hold that tension in our neck. The other thing that we're going to talk about really quickly is that there are many of us who live in our minds, who live in our heads, who think that we're just going to think our way through life. We stopped feeling into our body. We've stopped gaining the wisdom from our body. And you can see this in many different psychologies too. You know, you go to a psychotherapist and they're just going to talk to you, and they're just going to be there and talk about your mind, and that this is where the whole work happens, and they're listening to you and hoping that somehow you verbalize and say something that's deep in your subconscious and it comes out, and then maybe you can have a breakthrough, right? But a lot of it is up here, this type of stuff. Also, we go about our day on our computer, doing work online, you know, and sometimes we're just like sitting on a desk all day, right? And then we just don't feel into our body. So we get stuck up here. We're just looking at things constantly, just focused, and all our energy's up here. So that's another reason why we live up here. It's many times because of technology. There's also another character structure, and we'll get into character structure a lot later, but we'll get into character structure, and one of them is called the schizoid. There's a schism that happens in those, like a split that happens in that character type. And it's mostly right here in the neck. So 2 reasons why we work on our neck is because we hold a lot of tension there. Ton of tension is all within our neck. All within our neck. And the second reason is because many of us are split up here and we don't feel our way through life. We don't gather the wisdom of the body. We only focus on our mind and our ego and who we are up here, and that's it. And that's not sufficient for life. That's not good for life. That's not true. It's not the fullness of who we are. So those are the 2 reasons that we're going to be working intelligently during this series on the neck, and we're going to take it slow. We're going to take it light because there's a lot of tension there. So 3 times minimum to do these exercises. For many of us, it's going to be 5 times. So just be aware of what's going on. Maybe you have to take a little bit longer to do these exercises. That's fine. But for now, let's keep going. Let's keep growing. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.